What's up, It's your nephew, L.A. Mars. We gonna do it one time for the people like this. Race corner live, race corner live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. From Canada across the world, you can see that he's beneficial. Never the same topics, he's speaking on different issues. Preaching at different churches and speaking at different venues. Ray is that living proof that Jesus is really with you. Controversial issues, he gon' talk about it. Without Ray's Corner Live, hear his thoughts about it. If you ain't tuning in, just know you tripping, homie. This ain't all about religion, it's the wisdom, homie. And the vision, homie. It was written, but sometimes you gotta listen just so you complete the mission, homie. Ray's Corner Live, he got a testimony. I just thank God he got these blessings for me. For real. I learned not to even mess with phonies. Ray's Corner Live, he got a message for me. Thanks. I said a message for me. Ray's Corner Live, he got a message for me. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised, Ray is on the rise. God is on our side, so we gon' survive. God is on our side, so we gon' survive.
Well, hello. Welcome to Race Corner Live. Come to you live all the way from here. We're here, right? Cheer! Hello, everybody. This your guy, Ray Wilkinson. I'm telling you, man, I am excited today. Listen, so, I got to share this with you. Share the screen. Share this live. Hit the like button. And then this is what I want you to do. Hit the notification so you know when we're coming on. So how are you guys doing today? How are you this evening, this morning, good afternoon, whenever you see this live? And remember, I tell you, we still got this special announcement. I'm not making that special announcement right now. Let me try to do something right here. I need to do something. I need to actually do something here to I guess I got to do this. Okay. Let me do this here. Share screen. Are we going to be here? Oh, we're going to be here. Okay, we're going to be there. Okay. Let me get this going. Oh, my bad. I'm all over the place. Okay, okay, I'm ready. Okay, look. Well, there was one person on there. Listen, I got to share with you guys. We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about, let me get this set up for us. Okay. But before I do that, well, oh, let me go back. All right. Complicated business ideas. Okay. Let me stop right there. Let me escape. Give me a second. Let me get this stuff together here. Let me share this. Share screen. Okay. Share. Okay. Get here. Let me go here. I'm getting All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened right there. Don't know what happened, but I am back. So I need to go share this. I need to go here. I need to go here. I need to go here. I need to do that. I need to come back into here. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I think I'm getting something done. Oh, okay. Hmm. I'll figure it out in a second. What am I? Let me exit. Okay. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but give me a second to figure this out. Give me 1 second to figure this out. I'm going to figure this out. Share. Hold on. Share. Window. Share. Okay. Well, listen. Hopefully, you guys can hear me or see me, or I'm going to come out of this and let's escape. Let's go here. Okay, look, let me get this thing going. We're going to talk about small business pitfalls. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties and stuff like that, but I'm going to get this thing right in 1 second. I just need to get this PowerPoint up here. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm just going to put it up there like this. Okay. Uh, hmm. Oh, one more time. If I don't get it now, we'll just go without it. Okay, share. Okay, look. So I'm just going to go get with it. Look, listen. So we're going to talk about today. Talk about small business pitfalls. So I just need to do this real quick. I need you guys to just stay with me for a minute. Stay with me for a minute. So when you're talking, I told you if you looked at my last feed, we're still haven't given you the surprise yet. But I need to talk to my entrepreneurs out there right now. I need to talk to my entrepreneurs, and I'll figure this thing out later because I usually do this on Zoom. So this is some new stuff for me. But I want to talk about something complicated business ideas. Complicated business. Well, let's put it like this: pitfalls of small businesses. I'm going to talk about some pitfalls of small businesses. Get your pencil out and everything. But let me share some because I know, like, watch this. We decide there's a reason why we go into business. We make a decision to go into business. We decide to go into the business to what? Build something and make money in the same process. To help people build business, make money, those things. So we make a decision, and we got to understand. The better we understand the business idea, so it comes from an idea. You have a business idea, and we're not going to talk about. We do have a workshop where we talk about evaluating your ideas. But we're not going to deal with that today. I want to just talk with y'all real quick because I brought this up in my last live, pitfalls of small businesses. So share this thing right now. If you're a small business owner, I know it's Sunday, but get your pencil and paper out because as entrepreneurs, we work 24/7. So we understand we make a decision to build something and to make money in the process. So the better we understand our business idea, the easier it will be to start and grow our business. And more importantly, the better chance we have to succeed. So when we talk about when you want to first start up your business, of course, we want to always talk about our 4S's: structure, strategy, system, and sales. But before, we're going to talk about this your business idea. Pitfalls of small businesses. Pitfalls, small businesses. What do you face as a small business? This before you even start. So we don't talk about, we remember I talk about your structure, your strategy, your system, and sales. When those things are the foundation, when they're not in place, there's problems. So what are some of the pitfalls that you face? One, and I'm going to tell you what that pertains to, is it pertaining to your structure, your strategy, your system, or sales. So when you talk about complicated business ideas, and that deals with your structure. We're talking about, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to give you 6 pitfalls. I'm going to share about one, complicated business ideas, and then, we'll go further on at other times. But one is complicated business ideas. That deals with your structure. A poor revenue model. That deals with your strategy. Poor marketing and branding. That deals with your strategy. Remember, strategy is always pertaining to pricing. Lack of customer acquisition. That deals with strategies and sales. Poor time management. That deals with systems or processes. Watch this. No dedicated to a sales formula. That deals with sales. So when you look at some of these pitfalls, there are 3, 6 pitfalls that you need to look at before you even start your business. When you start your structure, your strategy, your system, and sales, these are some of the pitfalls. I want to talk about tonight, complicated business idea. Having a complicated business idea, because when you think about some things, watch this. It's a myth to think that nothing like this has been tried before. You want to say, man, look, mine's is different. Mine's is unique. Nobody has ever did this before. But when you watch this, but there's a gentleman named Jeff Yang. He's with the Virtual Capitalists at Red Point Ventures. That's a organization. He's an entrepreneur, and it comes out of Stanford University. He wants us to put away that thought, put away the uniqueness, put away the prerequisites. We think that we have to be unique or different to be to have a successful business. You need to get that out of here. To get that out of your brain, that you're the only one that ever thought of this, that it's a prerequisite that your business is unique. Again, watch this, because there are a lot of unsexy companies. When I mean unsexy companies, I'm talking about, think about maid services. Think about waste management. See, those companies aren't sexy. Those companies are dirty down. But guess what? They're making more money and growing more than the average business because it's not sexy. So we think we got to have this sexy business, this uniqueness about ourselves. And we need to get that out the way. So when we're going to start talking about some of the pitfalls, that's the first thing we got to get out in our mindset, that it's unique. But let's talk about, hold on one second. Yeah, so let's talk about real quick, complicated business ideas. That's the first thing we wanted to talk about. Well, I'm going to back up too. I'm not only going to talk about complicated business ideas, but I'm going to tell you some, let's go with complicated business ideas. So a complete business idea, let me put it like this. A complicated business idea is generally a poor business idea. A complicated business idea is generally a poor business idea. Your idea, watch this, your idea shouldn't have too many assumptions attached to it. What is an assumption? A lot of what ifs. It means a lot of what if means a lot of room for failure, because these kind of unknowns require you to rely on myths or factors beyond your control. So when you're talking about a complicated business plan, and when you start talking about what your assumption, we always put these assumptions in. You're going to have some, but you shouldn't have too many. You shouldn't have a lot of what ifs. See, because when you have a lot of what ifs, you don't have control of, if this won't happen, then this won't happen. If this happened, then that can happen. Those are what we're talking about. What if? Those are unknown things. Those are things that is factors on myths. You have no control over what ifs. You have no control over all these assumptions. So you want to limit your assumptions. You want to limit your what ifs. See, because you got to talk about this famous economic named Razor. This is what he talked about decision making. because that's what we have to do. He's an economist. So in short, this is what he says, that when faced with a variety of decisions, or in our case, business ideas, choose the one with the least number of assumptions. So we have all these plethora of ideas, but you have this idea. How when you decide to start your business, we're talking about a complicated business idea. This is one of the pitfalls of starting a business, having too many what ifs, having too many assumptions. So you have to really make a decision on the business idea that don't have a lot of assumptions. Because you got to understand, the fewer assumptions in a business idea provide a lower number of variables or what ifs. The fewer assumptions, because you have in your model or your plan, whatever, you have assumptions, but your assumptions can't be overwhelming to the point where it's what ifs, to where the point is you don't have really no control over it, because if this happens, then this has to happen. And if this happens, this will happen. But if this don't happen, that don't happen. Those are what ifs. Those are recipes for failure. So the less what ifs you have, the less assumptions that you have, keeps your business idea from being so complicated. See, as a result, you have more control on the outcome of your business instead of having to rely on factors beyond your control. See, you got to understand that. And right now, I can't see who's on because I'm actually reading off of something, because I couldn't pull my PowerPoint up. So I really can't see if anybody have any questions or anything. But the reality, I don't even know if anybody's on. But if you're on, you got to understand this. See, so to have more control over your business, you need to understand the least amount of assumptions that you have allows you to have the least amount of what ifs. It gives you control over it, because you don't have to worry about this happens, this is going to happen. If it don't, well, bam. Okay. Generally, you should be able to watch this. Generally, you got to catch this. You should be able to explain your business idea in just a few sentences or less. I'm going to say that again. You should be able to explain your business idea in just a few sentences. Like, I look at people's mission statements and all that stuff. A good mission statement is seven words or less, and a 6-year-old can understand. It's the same way with your idea. You should be able to explain your idea, and most importantly, your explanation should be in layman's terms and make sense to the average person. Why? Especially because the average person is going to be your customer. So we can't get into these deep philosophical things about our business idea. It should be concise. It should be short. It should be in terms that, and I'll always say that a 6-year-old can understand it, that your customer can understand what your idea is. See, so here's the last thing. You have to be able to answer these questions. You have to be able to answer this question. How will I make money with this idea? How will I make money with this idea? Because being clear on the value or benefit that you provide to a customer is the best way to assess whether your idea is worth anything. So when you're talking about complicated ideas, that's one of the pitfalls that you may have in starting your business. So we talked about the different types of pitfalls, but we mainly talked about the main one, that you start complicated business idea. That idea, does it solve an identifiable problem that adds value to a customer or cost, is not an issue, because all problems don't need to be solved. All ideas that you think are so unique, yet you have to be able to what? Can you explain that thing? Does it make sense? Does it have, if you don't understand, you can't have a bunch of assumptions. That's why I will tell you more about business plan when you first start your business. I know people tell you need this business plan, you need this business plan. But the reality, when you first start off, you need your structure, strategy, system, and sales in place before your business plan. Because your business plan, if you build a business plan before you build your business, then you have a bunch of assumptions in your business plan. At some point, as you start building your business, you then make your business plan. Then you have the statistical data to back up what you're saying. There's no longer assumptions, but they're actual facts. And I would tell you what a bank is looking for, but we're talking about pitfalls to small businesses. And we just wanted to talk real quick about complicated ideas. And we do have a course, we do have a lesson on how do you evaluate your idea. Share this, share this, share this, share this, share this, like this, like this. I can't see no comments or anything but so I'm going to hit y'all again with some more stuff on small business pitfalls, because you got to look at yourself, get honest with yourself. Where are you at with your business when you started your business, or do you want to start your business? And do you really know what are some of the pitfalls that you need to avoid when you want to start your business? And can you correct some of the pitfalls that you have made even though you have started your business? I'm just saying. And one, it's complicated business plan. And then we're going to talk about poor revenue model. That's a big listen. A lot of us are because revenue model is based on your strategy. Your strategy is your pricing. So a lot of us have these poor revenue models because we don't even know that there's 22 different type of business models, and what model does our business is most effective that we should be in our business model. There's 7 components or 7 characteristics of a business model that you should meet to determine what type of business model you have. Also, the same thing with poor revenue model. What is your business? What is your revenue model? Yeah, we're talking revenue model. So if you're a small business, if you're in business, and some of the things I'm saying are foreign, or some of the things that you're seeing that you don't realize these are some of the pitfalls why your business is not growing, then we're here to help you. We are here to help you. We still got a big announcement. We didn't get that big announcement out yet. Our incubation program and our financial solution program. We're going to tell you more about all that stuff and how that ties together as your business, because you have to be able to build your business credit, right? You need to be able to build your business credit to be able to get funding with trade lines and advanced cash, and be able to build your business credit to be able to do certain things. But when you build your business credit, and it's a big thing now about building your business credit. But while you building your business credit, you need to be building the structure, strategy, system, and sales for your business. Because you can build your business credit and get this money, and you don't have no accounting system in place. Woo! Yeah, what is your accounting policy and procedures for your business? I don't care if you are 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. You should have accounting policy and procedures in place. One thing about our Excellence Health Incubation Program, what we teach you is that we set you up as a Fortune 500 so that you don't have to change into something. You just have to grow into something. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to change into something. That means because you have not been set up right, you have to constantly change the organization, change this and change the paperwork and change that. No, we want you to already be set up where you grow into something so you don't have to change into something. Do that make sense? To be able to scale up, to have the ability to scale up, to be able to have the ability to start hiring people so you don't work yourself to death. Because when you have your financials, you have it mapped out. How many first month, second month, third month, fourth month, all the way to 5 years. What is it going to take for you your first month? What is your operational plan? And what are your timetables for your action items for your operational plan? We want to set it up like a real business. Do you want to be a real business? Do you want to be able to tap into the $8 trillion of net worth that the black businesses are not tapping into because we don't have the ability to scale up? We don't have the ability. There's 6 million. We should be able to hire 6 million people from our community. We should be able to increase 1.2 million new businesses that hire people. Do we understand that 2.6 million Black-owned businesses, 1.8 million don't have employees? You have 187,000 Black-owned businesses that have employees that's generating all the revenue for all the Black businesses in this country because we're too busy on our mom and pop organizations, or we're too busy on these micro enterprise businesses, and we're too busy being individualized. We want our business to create $200,000. We want our business to create $200,000 instead of working with 4 people who are doing the same thing and get 20% of 20 million. See, we don't want to do all those things. We can build our business credit, set up stuff like that, but you got to build your business. And watch this. The only way you build your business, watch these 3 components that we have to all tie in all together, right? Business credit, personal credit, building your business. But most importantly, watch this. We have to have personal growth in our life. We have to grow personally so our business can grow. Are we dealing with personal growth? Are we dealing with issues in our life? These are all holistic. See, we're not getting all the teaching about this holistic phase about business. And they tie one to another. We talk about 5 sources of income. Do your 5 sources of income flow into each other, or are they puddles? Are they 5 different things that they don't come to each other? Listen, 5 sources of income should flow into each one, because each one needs the other one to move forward. You're growing off of each one. You see, so when nobody's teaching all that, but so what we're going to be, a great announcement be coming shortly tonight, I'm telling you, but we're going to tell you, complicated, listen, you got to understand the pitfalls before you start. Watch this, how do you evaluate your idea? How do you evaluate your business idea? How do you know that problem, that you might have a problem that you're solving, but doesn't need to be solved? That people will pay you for solving that problem. You see? What is your business model? What type of business model that you function in? Because so many times we say, well, most black businesses, we don't have capital, we don't have, but do you know there's models where you don't need a lot of capital? There's models where you don't need a lot of marketing. There's models where you don't need to hire a lot of people, that you don't have to do a lot of management. You see, you got to understand those. It's 7 different criteria. Leverage, how do you leverage certain things in your business model? How do you listen? Look, we know we soft landing and stuff like that, soft opening, but you have to do a test run opening that's not even soft opening, so that you can see what works and don't work. So that you got to be able to have the ability not to stick with something too long. If in midstream, you might have to change your business model to something else. Listen, as a consultant, I had to change my last 3 contracts. I had to change that because I was consulting on site. So it's more like, I'm more like feeling like an employee opposed to somebody who's under contract. But had I not changed that, then guess what? Those last 3 contracts that I had that generated a whole lot, right? I wouldn't have been able to do, because I would not have switched my business model. What out of the 22 different business models, if anybody out there, type in what your business model is. I can't see it right now, but I'll look at it later, because I don't know why. I'm on the StreamYard stuff. What is your business model? Listen, what is your financials? How can we not have financials in place? How can we make business decisions without financials? Listen, and I shared this before. I've lost money, and I've lost people money who invested in my stuff before. I'm just gonna be very transparent, because I was still learning, still didn't understand. And investments is just what it is, an investment. But if I would have had things more in place, right, I might not have lost my money. I might not have lost my investors' money, right? So you're going to take losses in business. People might invest in you. You're going to take loss. They might take losses with you. I would love to say that I've never lost no money. I would love to say people who invested in somebody have never lost no money. That has happened. But I will say this: I have made a lot of money, and people who have invested in me have made a lot of money. See, that's a 2-part thing, right? I've helped more investors than I've lost for investors. So it's a plus. So look, I'm going to get ready to get out here. We're going to talk more about some of the other pitfalls, because I got to talk about poor marketing and branding, lack of customer acquisition, and those are just some studies that we're going to do just to lay a foundation. But I'm telling you, you really need to. We're always going to give you some information about some certain things as an entrepreneur. Because listen, I'm just at a place where we have got to start scaling up our businesses. We have to start understanding the foundation of our business. We have to understand real estate listen, people who go into real estate, you get about a 10%. You're going to make money in real estate. But more millionaires have been made through small businesses than anything. But we have to listen. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. So look, I'm going to get ready to get out here. Listen, let me type in my website. Let me type in the website. And let me see. I'm going to type in both of them. put that in. And here goes my other one. And go visit our websites, right? Exodus, Life Change. And look, go visit both of them. You know, building your business credit, but you have to be able to, because there's a big thing on building business credit. There's a big thing on personal credit, but you have to be able to do all these things simultaneously. You have to be able to, as you're building your business credit, you need to be laying the foundation for your business, and you need to be having a personal growth. You know, you need to be growing yourself individually. Okay, so look, this your guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. Where's here, right? And please share this thing. Contact me, inbox me if you want to get more information. Just inbox me. Do what you got to do because I want you to win. Hey, once again, this your guy Ray Wilkerson coming to you live all the way from here. Where's here, right? Cheer! And hold on for a minute because let me get this thing. I got to do one more thing and then we going to get up out of here. And you know what? We got to go. We got to get out of here. Peace out. God loves you and I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You heard me?
LA Mars, we gonna do it one time for the people like
Peace
this.
out.
Race corner live, race corner live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. From Canada across the world, you can see that he beneficial. Never the same topics, he's speaking on different issues. Preaching at different churches and speaking at different venues. Ray is that living proof that Jesus is really with you. Controversial issues, he gon'